And just when you thought the Kabuto first edition card couldn't get any more crazy, it has happened. It has happened. If you've been following the story going on for a couple of weeks back, this first edition Kabuto card was started off by a person named Kabuto King, trying to buy every single first edition copy out there. And bear in mind, Kabuto is just a raw card. But what has resulted after that is in the last couple of weeks, this card has been rising like crazy. It started off from something that is sub $1 for a raw near mint copy. Now it's $87.66. Now, if you remember correctly, it was around $40 just actually a week ago. And it was trying to break that $50 but couldn't. And then it sort of corrected. People were seeing it as a crash, but it didn't. It just moved up to $87.66 on TCG Player as the market value. And then the unlimited version also went on a run, extremely crazy. It was even hitting $4 at one stage. So definitely something insane. Let me just show you what happened in the last month. So around mid-November, it was $5, which is already also quite high for a first edition common card. And then first week of December, it was sitting in the $40 region, which is insane for a common card. It's even higher than some holo cards in Fossil first edition. And then, bam, just 2 days ago, 13th, $81 and $89. And if you look at more data, there's, okay, you can't really see this, but I just want to show this. It's quite insane. Let's see if I can zoom in. Zoom out. Okay, let me zoom out rather. Zoom out. You can see there's a copy sold for $250. Like what's going on over there? The TCG Player must classify this thing or something. But the other thing I want to show you is the copies sold after that doesn't really make sense. So another near mint first edition was also sold for $32, one sold for $31 and $32 and $1.99 for 10 each, and persons sold 10 of them. So that just doesn't make sense to me. Again, I just want to say this is just entertainment for me, and this is really risky. Again, do your own research. I wouldn't touch this. I'm just really standing on the sidelines, watching how this evolves, and just to see, spot trends on what's risky, and trying to find reasons for what certain things are going on. So it helps with my decision making process going forward. And really, what I see right here is just a Kabuto card, a common first edition card, which in most cases aren't really worth that much. And if such a card were to hit $40 or even a more ridiculous $80, something's going on, and I don't think that's going to last long term. Again, do your own research. It's extremely risky. But if you just look at a year back, this effectively has moved 9,975% over the past year. Crazy. Okay. So having a look at the past price history, I got a bit concerned. So let's check eBay. eBay last sold was just probably give you a better indication. And you can see here Kabuto first edition PSA 9 sold for $137.50. Okay. A raw card sold for $60, while best offer accepted. So it was something below $60. And then what seems to be a few Kabuto cards sold for $69. There was a bid, 34 bids, and it seems to be some Japanese Kabuto cards in the background. So maybe it seems to be a bundle with a bunch of potentially Japanese, although I do see here K over there. So that could be, these are all English cards, but they don't seem to be first edition from what I'm seeing over here, because it's got the stamp over here. So that could mean either this person sold all these cards as one bundle for $69. That just shows, okay, if that's an auction and with so many unlimited, and unlimited is going for like $3 each, that means this card isn't really being recognized at $87. So there might be some just short-term buying actions happening at the moment. Look at this one. This is the first edition one, $38. It says read description, so maybe it's not in the best condition. This sold for $53.47, and then another one sold for $20. So probably let's take a look at the listing. Maybe the condition is not as good. Okay, so this one is definitely not a near mint copy, so that is why it sold for a little lower at $38. Okay, let's look for near mints. Okay, this is a near mint, and they sold 3 copies for $179. Now, if you take out, that's approximately $60 each, because it's very close to 180. And so if you divide by 3, it's just really okay, why did I 179.6? You see, yeah, $59.86. A French one, okay, sold for $19. This one, near mint, sold for $37. So you can probably see that there's some loss of interest happening over here. So really be careful out there. No, I wouldn't really consider this as an investment. Seems more like a gamble, speculation at the moment. So really be careful out there. And yeah, I'm just monitoring how this trend goes, just entertaining. Okay, catch you next one.